This is truly an amazing day for me. I'm one of the, should I say, the more mature ones. And I'm an alumni of Centonomy, which we did last season. So as a mature one, you can kind of figure out that it was a little bit late in my game, but the thing you always hear is start early, and everybody's telling you about when to start. I think that's the most important message for you that are out here. Don't be afraid, start now. I want to ask a simple question. What do we know about money? What do we know about money? Who here has ever told you what money is and what to do with money? By a show of hands, how many of us have ATM cards? I have 2, okay? Most of us do, and hopefully we use them. Are you the kind of person with the ATM card who walks up to the ATM machine, selects the withdrawal option, and just cringes? Please start counting. Just start counting. Then you hear that sound, you're like, yes, yes. But you forget the most important thing is after you take your money out, you forget the receipt. And you just walk away. Why? Because you have your money in your pocket, and that's what you came there for. There are others who just walk up, punch in a number, they don't care about the receipt and walk away. I'm here to tell you that last step is the most important step for you. That last step. It's the most important step for all of you. Make sure you select the option to print your receipt. And when you print, the receipt is printed, take a look at that line that says available balance. It could be negative, it could be 5 shillings, it could be 10,000, whatever it is. Do not be afraid. Look at that number. It is very, very important. Now, my journey with Centonomy. It started on a Monday, it's the 22nd of September last year. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. And a very dear friend of mine, I don't know if she's here today. She's a very, very good dear friend of mine. She's my partner. She's called Sheba. I don't know if she's here today. She sent me a text message. It says, I want you to trust, I'll read verbatim. I want you to trust me to do something. Send 1,500 shillings via pay bill number to 986850. 986850. And for the account number, just type in your name. I said, sure, fine, I trust you. What the hell? So I'm thinking, maybe she's in trouble somewhere. She needs me to bail her out, fine. So I sent. I got the confirmation back, which I still have to this day. And the number is FR79QHH25. Okay, it says confirmed, 1,500 shillings sent to Centonomy Limited. I said, okay, fine. She's sorted. Let her be on her way. And then later on in the day, she'll come and tell me why she needed the 1,500. I had no idea. I even look up what Centonomy was. I said, it's okay. So the next thing is I see myself in class at Apollo Center, and I'm wondering, okay, there are others like me, maybe 1 or 2. Others are a little bit young, not mature. And what am I doing here? Why did she bring me here? And let me tell you something. That day changed my life. For those who are Centonomy alumni, you know exactly what that very first day did to you. And that's what we are trying to tell all of you to go and experience. I thought I knew about money. I thought I knew everything I knew about money. I've worked. I've bought shares. I've invested. I've lost money. I'm mature. But I know. Nobody's supposed to tell me about money. I know everything about money. But let me tell you, boy, was I wrong. Oh my goodness, was I wrong. Especially when you start using the tracker. It's such an eye-opener. The day we were introduced to a tracker, it was on a Tuesday, and we were told, you know what, start with what just happened over the weekend, and just write what you spent. And I started writing. And I realized, oh my God, I have spent close to 20K over Saturday and Sunday. And all I did was hang out with my friends, drinking, ordering for nyama, the usual, right? It's all gone. And this is Tuesday, I'm being told, by the way, track what you spend. And I realized all that money is gone. I cannot get it back. It is all gone. That's when you wish you can turn back time and say, listen, take me back to Friday when I walked into that ATM machine and said, no, don't hit the withdraw button, just walk away. But it was too late. But for me, it worked because that's what opened my eyes to how I've been spending my money. That's what opened my eyes to realizing that 20 bob you give, it's little today. We have giant organizations, real big giant organizations in our country. And I bet every single one of us has experienced one or two of their transactions. It gives us convenience. You get a phone call right now. You have a rider, like my company does. He's been stopped by Kanjo. He's gone. Famous Kanjo people who do not understand about negotiations. And then you realize, I have to give this guy some money. And you pick up your phone, you dial those numbers, you go to that menu and send the money. But it costs 20 bob, 10 bob. And those 20, 30, 10 bobs are the ones have built some wealthy organizations today. But remember, you could also be a same person. You could also be the same person who can save that 20, 30 bob daily, and you'll end up with a lot of money. So let's talk about maturity. Okay, I'm going to use the word age, but maturity. Like I said, I went into Centonomy way after when I thought I knew everything I knew about money and nobody could tell me anything. But let me tell you something. Age is nothing but a number. It is nothing but a number. It is what you do with your life. What you do with what you've been here, with your life today, that makes you who you are. The reason why I say this is on Monday, I don't know if everybody of you noticed, but on Monday, Google, an international organization, actually recognized somebody who made history in the world. His name is Kimani Morage. He's the oldest primary school student in the world. He was 84 years old when he went to Standard 1. That should tell you something. Age is nothing but a number. It's what you do with yourself, what you do with your life that makes a difference. So it's never too late and it's never too early. But let me tell you, this is the right time. This is the right time for every single one of you guys to go through what I've gone through. And you'll go back and realize, you know what? Some of us will say, I wish I knew this earlier, but I don't say that. I just don't. I say this was a time for me to go to Centonomy, and this is what I've learned through it. There are three most important things I've learned in Centonomy. I'll share them with you. There are many others, and the class course is wonderful. It will take you through a whole bunch of topics, but like everybody said, it is up to you to make that decision. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do. We are not all in the same boat. Others are different, but it's up to you to do what's important for you. Lesson that I've learned from Centonomy is that ATM receipt. I'm never afraid of it, ever. In fact, I want to know that 2K, that 5K I've removed, how much did I leave behind? I want to know. The other thing is, once you start knowing, is when you realize how little things that happen behind the scenes, you'll start questioning. You'll go to your bank and ask them, why is this charge here? Why am I being charged for this? Do you have another program that is better, that works for me, so that I don't have to spend, or I have to pay you guys 10 bob, 20 bob, just for that ATM transaction? Is there something else that you can do for me? It opens up your eyes to those little coins, those little change, that little money that disappears without you knowing. It helps you quite a bit. The other thing for me was a common sense of a particular word called interest rates. It's common sense on how you save money. Okay, we all know banks are there to make money using your money. We know that banks are profitable. We hear the numbers they push out Every time they announce their numbers, it's in the profits of the billions and the billions because they're using your money to make money. But for you, what can you do for yourself? And because the banks are making money, they don't give you that interest rate that you're looking for. But with Centonomy, you learn what interest rates are and how they affect that little shilling that you have, how they affect how you what gets deducted from your bank account, and then other different ways of where you can put your money to get the same results, which is interest for the money that you've worked hard, but using a different forum. You learn about bonds versus bank accounts. You learn about which other programs, which other avenues you can use to invest that money. But be smart about how you do it. Be smart about how you spend your money. Money also revolves around employment. You get paid, you get a paycheck in the end, or you get money deposited in your account. Then we all know what to do with that money. We end up spending it, whatever the case may be. But it gives you that confidence of, that you can do it. For me, that's what happened. We were in class, one of the classes, and my partner and I had this idea of starting a business. And we had all these spreadsheets, lovely graphs, beautiful scenarios, how we're going to make millions. Everything's going to be right. We're going to do about 20 deliveries a day. People are going to come to us. They're going to call us, hey, Pink Army, come get this, do this for us. But it was all on paper. As we're sitting there in class, there was an exercise we were given. And let me tell you, it was the eye-opener for us. And we realized, what are we doing? Everything's on a spreadsheet. Let's move the spreadsheet out and actually implement our idea. But because I was taught about money, and I was taught about how to track your finances, where your money comes from, where it goes to, how you spend it, I knew I had the backbone, I had the foundation to start this business. And in class, we actually started the business. The next thing we did was register the company, and we're out on the road. Today, we're out there doing deliveries, thanks to Centonomy. We've heard of, how Google, Microsoft, how those companies started and they're in millions. And they're all worldwide and they're all known. And we hear how they started, in a garage somewhere. Or guys are seated somewhere in a class or getting a project. You go think about this business idea. What do you think we can do? Or somebody had an idea. We need to socialize. How do I talk to people in the world? And however they got started, I can proudly say that I'm one of those people. Because my business started at Centonomy class. Last year is when we did it. So I'm very, very thankful for Centonomy, for what it's done for us as a business. We are young. We are energetic. We know we're going to go places. Again, like one of the things that Kenya said is be different. Be different about what you do. Be unique. We all know all the other delivery companies that exist in this Nairobi of ours. But we plan to make ourselves unique. We know we are unique. And let me tell you, those spreadsheets we had, all that stuff we had, those beautiful scenarios, how people are going to call us, when you're out on the ground doing it, put them aside. Put them aside. They don't make any sense at that particular point. They don't. Because once you hit the ground, that's where you learn. That's where you know what it is about being in biashara. I'm not saying don't do side hustles. Again, what I'm saying is keep mind of how you spend your money. And Centonomy to us was an eye-opener where we realized, you know what? How we're spending our money was exactly wrong. But now because of the foundation we have, now because of all the information we've been given, we have so many pillars, so many different avenues for us to go out and make a living and earn money. And make sure that every cent you spend, doesn't matter how little, how small it is, every cent you spend, you know where it's going and you know where it came from. Even coins. I'll tell you a funny story about coins. Back in 2008 is when I decided I was done with the US. I've had enough. I need to come home. I would just want to be back in Kenya. I had a 5-gallon container of water And every evening I'd come, any change I had, I'd throw into that container. And had a very, very small hole. So for me to be able to get any coin out of that was a difficult task. So it was December 2008. After I've packed everything, I decided, let me buy my ticket, a one-way ticket to come back to Kenya. And I asked myself, okay, so what do I do with this little jar here? What do I do with this gallon of coins? There was a bank called Commerce Bank, and they had just introduced a coin counting machine. So I emptied all those coins to a suitcase. I dragged to the bank, and they told me the machine is there, let it count. That thing counted and counted. These are coins, by the way. Counted and counted. It bought me 2 one-way tickets to come to Kenya. 2. Just coins. So just because you see that shilling sitting somewhere, or those coins you have in your pocket, these things are too small. Trust you me, they could go a long way. Keep track of your money. Make sure you know exactly what you're spending, where it is going. I am a testimony to that. And for you guys who are young, who are going to take the course in campus, this is the best time to take it. It is the best time to take it. You'll come back here 4 or 5 years later and just say, you know what? I have changed my life. I'm no longer buying the WRXs. I have maybe a plot, or maybe you have some block somewhere where you're renting apartments and all. To finalize, I'd say for me and for my partner, Centonomy has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience. It is one that I will never forget. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'd like to thank my business partner, Sheba, for having me the faith of having me sign up for this class. It has changed my life. I'd also like to thank Washeke and her team. You guys are awesome. I mean, we had fun in class, but we get to share with people your different stories, your different walks of life. It is amazing. And for you guys who are here today, I wish I had an open day like you did. My open day was the SMS. Send 1,500 to Centonomy. I had no idea what I was signing up for, but I'm glad I did. It was the best thing I've done in my life. Now, there's a reason why I'm wearing this name tag, and I don't know if Washeke you know, but because of how I signed up, the registration process took quite a little bit of time to iron out. And every time I walked up into class, they either called me Williams, they had signed off my name, but everybody else in class had a name tag except for me. So I was pissed. I'm like, come on, guys, just get this straight. So finally, on the last day as I was graduating, her team all came up to me as I walked up, and they said, Willis, here's your name tag. I said, finally. I said, I'll be wearing this name tag everywhere I go, especially so even when I come to your office, I have to wear my name tag because it means that much to me, and it's also changed my life. Thank you all very much, and I want you guys to sign up. They will change your life.